Scott. You're watching this video because you're about to participate in one of the tournaments that I'm running, and online scoring is something that we're implementing. All right, don't be scared. That's my message to you. In a minute, I'm going to turn this over to PDGA to walk you through it. It's super simple. It makes things easy for you and for us. And the easier you make things for the people running tournaments, the more tournaments you'll have because people won't be discouraged and fed up. And they'll continue to run events. So do what you can. Help these people out. Help me out. Don't complain about online scoring. Check this out. Here's why it benefits you. Aside from the fact that it's super easy, it really does. It prevents situations where you turn in your scorecard with a scoring error and come back from your round for the next round or at the end of the tournament and find out you've been given a 2-stroke penalty for turning in an incorrect scorecard. It's happened to me. If you've been playing for a while, it's probably happened to you, and there's nothing more painful because look, you're out there, you're earning your score, you're shaving strokes off with good decisions and solid play, and then out of nowhere, pow, 2 of those strokes are taken away. It's like you just got a triple bogey on a hole you parred out of nowhere. This completely eliminates that because automatic scoring, there's no scoring error, okay? Now look, I just told you, I'm going to turn this over to PDGA to walk you through it here in just a second, but I'm going to give you a bit of advice. Here's how it goes. There's a person in your group designated the online scoring person. When there's not COVID stuff going on, we usually switch who that person is, or we can switch scorekeepers throughout the round. But during COVID, we keep it to one person, and we always have either a paper backup or someone else who's keeping score on UDisc, for example, with a secondary method for redundancy to make sure everything is accurate. Okay, look, so when you're in your group, this is how it goes. The online scorekeeper is going to go, all right, Joe, 3, Benjamin, 4, Ralph, 2, and as the scorekeeper, I'm going to say, and I took a 3. The scorekeeper's always got to say a score out loud to avoid drama and conflict, all right? Otherwise, if you're not saying it out loud and people are cruising along and then everyone has a chance to hear your score, no one's questioning your motives or any of that stuff, it just leads to an easier experience for you and for everyone else. Now, here's a tip. All right, to take further measures to avoid drama, what you want to do as the online scoring keeper is say, all right, we've got scores. I'm going to repeat them back to you before I press enter. If I do this, there's no one can say to you, wait a minute, I really took a 3 on there and you put 4. Hey, listen, bud. You had a second chance to make sure this was right, and we have a backup paper scorecard or another backup form of scoring. But you had a chance to verify this accuracy before it was entered, and everyone heard you do it. This step helps reduce issues, all right? It's always a good idea to try to reduce the drama that might happen during a round because we're here to play. We're not here to goof around with nonsensical arguments. So I say, listen, guys, before I enter this, that was hole 12. I took a 3. Benjamin took a 5. Whoever I said. Ralph took a 2, and the other name I made up. All right? Everyone good with that? Scores entered now. Shoot, I had to come back and add a clip. Anyway, one more thing that you need to remember. At the end of the round, your score is not finalized until the scorekeeper goes to the next screen after the last hole scores are entered. At this point, everyone needs to review their scores, and they will have to verify their scores by telling the scorekeeper their PDGA number, verifying that they agree with the results, and the scorekeeper enters them finally, and at that point they are in the you saw them in the system, but now they're uploaded to the PDGA results page. Before that, they are not on the PDGA results page. So you got to remember to do that, because if you don't, if you leave without doing that, your scores are entered per hole, but it's not in the system finalized. And if it's not in the system finalized, it's like you guys leaving without turning in your scorecards. There's penalties involved in that. So don't make that mistake. Make sure that everyone finalizes and checks their scores before confirming and wrapping up the round. Redundancy, verified scores, no drama, and now I'm going to turn it over to PDGA to walk you through how this works. Pay attention. At your tournament, you're going to get your online password. PDGA will tell you about that, and I've cut out some stuff at the beginning of the video that they usually post because that applies to TDs, and you don't need to see 3 minutes of stuff that don't apply to your situation. So here we go. PDGA scoring, get it down. It's going to save you drama and trauma and make life easier for everyone.
The official scoring app replaces physical scorecards and allows players to record and submit scores digitally. Players also benefit from features such as automatic score calculation and submission, as well as live leaderboard updates. In this video, I will demonstrate how easy it is to set up and use the new scoring app. Then I will go into further details about some of the other features. Before I begin, it is worth mentioning that this app does not require a download. Players use the app online by visiting pdga.com/score on their mobile device's browser. In addition, the app is also designed to work well in limited or poor network areas. First, the group's scorekeeper will need to visit pdga.com/score on their mobile browser and enter the event's scoring access code. Next, they will need to sign in by searching and selecting their name, confirming, and then selecting the round. After signing in, if groups have not been assigned, then the scorekeeper will need to add players. These players can easily be added to the card by clicking the Add Player button and searching for each player and confirming. Once all the players have been added, the scorekeeper can navigate to the starting hole by selecting the left or right arrows, or clicking on the hole label and selecting the hole in the dropdown. Next, scores can be recorded by using the plus and minus icons or entered manually. After scores are recorded, they are saved by navigating to the next hole or by clicking on the Save and Continue button. These hole scores are then automatically saved and updated on the live leaderboard. After all scores are entered, the scores must be confirmed by each player. Players confirm their score by clicking on their name, then typing either their last name or PDGA number and clicking Confirm. Once all round scores are confirmed, they are submitted and saved in the tournament manager, and the results page is updated.